I was in a fog for like 24 hours. I thought, man, my dad died. I thought he'd lived to be 100. My dad and I were the best friends, but...
In the dark times, many times, that's when you see what your faith is made of. That's when you can grow. These words by Joel Osteen, senior pastor of Lakewood Church and renowned author, echo the challenges that come with faith and resilience. For decades, Osteen has inspired millions worldwide with his messages of hope and positivity. His teachings encourage people to rise above negativity, proclaim blessings, and embrace life's opportunities. But now, Osteen himself faces a test of faith amidst a shocking and heartbreaking incident at his church. What happened, and how does this moment shape the journey of one of America's most influential Christian leaders? Before diving into the recent tragedy, it is essential to understand Osteen's journey, his early life, rise to prominence, and the philosophies that have defined his ministry. Early life and family foundations. Joel Osteen's story begins in Houston, Texas, where he was born on March 5, 1963, as one of 6 children to John Osteen and Dolores Pilgrim. His father, an ordained Southern Baptist pastor, laid the foundation for what would later become the largest church in America. In 1959, John Osteen established Lakewood Church in an abandoned feed store, veering away from traditional Baptist practices to create an independent, non-denominational congregation. This bold move set the stage for the Osteen family's enduring legacy. Joel's upbringing was marked by strong family bonds and a deep-rooted connection to faith. However, he didn't initially see himself following in his father's pastoral footsteps. A shy and reserved young man, Joel graduated from Humble High School in 1981 and pursued a degree in radio and television communications at Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Although he didn't complete his studies, he found his calling behind the scenes, producing Lakewood Church's television ministry from 1982 until 1999. For 16 years, Joel worked tirelessly to expand the church's reach through media. He managed everything from camera angles to lighting, crafting broadcasts that would resonate with audiences. Despite his pivotal role in amplifying Lakewood's message, Joel resisted the idea of preaching, preferring to remain out of the spotlight. But fate had other plans. A pivotal moment. Stepping into leadership. In January 1999, Joel's father, John, passed away unexpectedly due to a heart attack. Just days earlier, John had persuaded Joel to deliver his first sermon while undergoing dialysis treatment. Though reluctant, Joel agreed, marking the beginning of a transformative journey. After his father's death, Joel felt an unshakable calling to step up as Lakewood's senior pastor. Despite his lack of formal theological training, Joel embraced the challenge. Initially, he attempted to emulate his father's fiery Southern Baptist preaching style. However, he soon realized that his strength lay in forging his own path. Drawing inspiration from Acts 13:36, Joel developed a unique approach centered on positivity, hope, and personal empowerment. This shift not only resonated with congregants, but also catapulted Lakewood Church into unprecedented growth. Lakewood Church, a beacon of faith. Under Joel's leadership, Lakewood Church transformed into a global phenomenon. In 2005, the church relocated to the former Compaq Center, a 16,000-seat arena in Houston. Weekly attendance skyrocketed from 6,000 to over 50,000, while the televised services reached millions in over 100 countries. Joel's best-selling book, Your Best Life. Now, 7 Steps to Living at Your Full Potential, further solidified his influence. His messages, delivered with his trademark smile and affable demeanor, focused on themes of self-improvement, gratitude, and faith in God's plan. Critics labeled his teachings as prosperity gospel, accusing him of promoting materialism over spiritual depth. Yet, Joel's unwavering belief in uplifting others continued to draw a devoted following. Personal life. The man behind the pulpit. Joel's success is intertwined with his personal life, particularly his partnership with Victoria Osteen. The two met in 1985 at a jewelry store where Victoria worked. Their connection was instant, and they married 2 years later. Together, they have 2 children, Jonathan and Alexandra, who also participate in the ministry. Victoria's role as co-pastor has not been without controversy. In 2005, she faced allegations of misconduct on a flight, which resulted in a lawsuit and widespread media attention. Despite these challenges, the Osteens maintained their focus on their ministry, demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity. Faith-tested, the recent incident at Lakewood Church. Recently, Joel Osteen's faith was put to the test following a shocking incident at Lakewood Church. The heartbreaking news left the congregation and the broader community reeling. While details remain scarce, reports indicate that the event involved a breach of trust within the church, shaking its foundation. For a leader who has spent decades encouraging others to speak victory and stay in faith, this moment represents a profound personal challenge. How does one maintain hope when faced with betrayal or tragedy? For Joel, the answer lies in leaning on the very principles he preaches. Trusting in God's plan, finding strength in adversity, and focusing on the greater good. A legacy of resilience. Throughout his ministry, Joel Osteen has faced criticism, controversy, and now, personal heartbreak. Yet, his ability to navigate these challenges with grace has solidified his place as one of the most influential Christian leaders of the 21st century. Whether addressing a packed arena or comforting his congregation during trying times, Joel's message remains consistent. Faith, hope, and love can overcome even the darkest moments. As the details of this recent incident unfold, one thing is certain. Joel Osteen's journey continues to inspire millions. His unwavering commitment to spreading positivity and his resilience in the face of adversity serve as a testament to the power of faith. A troubled perpetrator. The shooter, Genesee Iron Moreno, had a troubled history marked by criminal records and documented mental health struggles. Raised in Conroe, Texas, Moreno's life was reportedly punctuated by episodes of violence linked to her diagnosed schizophrenia. Her ex-mother-in-law, Carranza, spoke out after the incident, emphasizing the need for a collaborative approach between mental health services and law enforcement. Carranza's statement highlighted the systemic failures that allowed Moreno's condition to spiral out of control, ultimately leading to the tragic events at Lakewood Church. Investigators searching for a motive uncovered unsettling details. Moreno's AR-15 rifle bore a sticker supporting Palestine, and anti-Semitic writings were discovered among her belongings. While these details suggest potential ideological underpinnings, authorities have yet to determine a definitive reason for her attack. For now, the shooting remains a haunting reminder of the unpredictability of violence and the necessity of vigilance in public spaces. Joel Osteen's response. Joel Osteen, senior pastor of Lakewood Church, addressed the tragedy with a message of faith and resilience. "Of course, we're devastated. We don't understand why these things happen," he stated during a press conference. "We're going to pray for the little boy, the lady who is deceased, and the other gentleman. We're going to stay strong and continue to move forward." Osteen also took to X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, to share his thoughts with his 10 million followers. "Our church community is heartbroken," he wrote, urging prayers for everyone affected. The incident has thrust Osteen into a national conversation about the intersection of faith, community resilience, and the challenges of addressing violence in sacred spaces. The larger impact on Lakewood Church. The Lakewood Church shooting has left an indelible mark on its congregation and the broader community. With over 50,000 weekly attendees and millions more watching its televised services, Lakewood is one of the world's largest megachurches. The shooting has shaken its image as a safe haven, raising questions about security protocols and the vulnerability of high-profile places of worship. In the wake of the incident, Lakewood's leadership has pledged to reevaluate its security measures. While the presence of off-duty police officers undoubtedly prevented greater loss of life, the tragedy underscores the need for constant vigilance and preparedness. For many congregants, returning to the church will require overcoming immense fear and anxiety, a process that will test the strength of the community's faith and unity. Controversies surrounding Joel Osteen. This devastating event has reignited debates about Joel Osteen's leadership and the broader role of megachurches in addressing societal issues. While Osteen has long been a polarizing figure, celebrated for his positive messages and criticized for avoiding controversial topics, the shooting has placed him under even greater scrutiny. Avoidance of controversial issues. Osteen has famously steered clear of divisive topics such as abortion, politics, and LGBTQ+ rights in his sermons. While this approach has broadened his appeal, it has also drawn criticism for its perceived lack of theological depth. For instance, Osteen's comments on homosexuality have sparked controversy. He has stated that homosexuality is not God's best, while emphasizing that gay individuals are welcome in his church without judgment. This stance has left many feeling excluded, as it stops short of full affirmation and support for LGBTQ+ relationships. Conservative Christians argue that Osteen's softened rhetoric compromises biblical authority, while progressive voices criticize his unwillingness to address the inherent tensions between traditional teachings and modern values. This delicate balancing act has left some questioning the authenticity of his message, particularly in times of crisis. Victoria Osteen's controversial remarks. Joel's wife and co-pastor, Victoria Osteen, has also faced her share of controversies. In 2014, she was harshly criticized for telling the congregation that worship is ultimately about personal happiness. When you come to church, when you worship Him, you're not doing it for God really, you're doing it for yourself because that's what makes God happy, she said. Her comments were labeled heretical by some Christian leaders who argued that they distorted core tenets of the faith. Critics accused Victoria of promoting a me-centered theology that prioritizes self-gratification over the sacrificial nature of Christian worship. Prominent voices within the Christian community condemned her statements as indicative of a broader shift towards superficial, feel-good Christianity. The prosperity gospel debate. At the heart of much of the criticism directed at the Osteens is their association with the prosperity gospel, a theology that links faith with material success and personal happiness. While Joel Osteen's uplifting messages resonate with millions, detractors argue that his teachings reduce Christianity to a transactional model, emphasizing wealth and positivity at the expense of deeper spiritual truths. This criticism has been particularly pointed in light of the couple's lavish lifestyle. From their multi-million-dollar mansion to their high-profile public appearances, the Osteens' wealth has often been at odds with the more humble expectations of Christian leaders. The future of Lakewood Church. In the aftermath of the shooting, Lakewood Church faces the daunting task of healing and rebuilding. For many congregants, faith will be both a refuge and a challenge as they grapple with the senseless violence that disrupted their place of worship. Joel and Victoria Osteen have vowed to lead their congregation through this difficult time, using their platform to advocate for peace, unity, and resilience. The tragedy also serves as a stark reminder of the broader societal challenges that extend beyond the walls of Lakewood. Issues such as mental health, gun violence, and community safety demand collective action, and churches like Lakewood are uniquely positioned to be part of the solution. By fostering dialogue and providing support, the Osteens and their church have an opportunity to transform pain into purpose, ensuring that the lives impacted by this tragedy are honored through meaningful change. The $4.4 million PPP loan controversy. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the United States government introduced the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, to support small businesses and organizations struggling to maintain operations. In 2020, it was revealed that Lakewood Church had received $4.4 million in PPP funding. The church stated that the funds were used to preserve the jobs of approximately 370 employees whose roles were essential to the ministry's operations. Joel Osteen publicly denied personally benefiting from the funds, emphasizing that he does not draw a salary from the church. Nevertheless, critics questioned the ethics of such a wealthy organization, applying for financial assistance intended for struggling businesses. Reports noted that Osteen and his wife, Victoria, own a luxurious $12 million home in Houston's River Oaks neighborhood and have an estimated net worth of $100 million. Supporters of Lakewood argued that the church's large-scale operations necessitated financial support during a time when in-person services and related revenue streams were disrupted. However, detractors pointed to Osteen's personal wealth and the prosperity gospel message he preaches, accusing him of hypocrisy. The controversy reignited debates about transparency and accountability in the financial practices of religious institutions. Luxury lifestyle and alleged private jet ownership. Joel Osteen's luxurious lifestyle has long been a subject of public scrutiny. The televangelist and his family reside in a sprawling mansion appraised at over $12 million, and he is rumored to own several high-end vehicles, including a Ferrari. One of the most contentious aspects of his lifestyle is the alleged ownership of a private jet, though Lakewood Church has not confirmed this claim. Critics argue that such extravagance contradicts the principles of humility and service central to Christian teachings. They question how a spiritual leader can reconcile promoting the prosperity gospel, which suggests that faithfulness leads to material blessings, with the stark realities faced by many of his followers. Osteen's supporters, however, contend that his success and wealth are the results of hard work, best-selling books, and a relentless dedication to spreading his message worldwide. They also argue that tools like a private jet enable him to reach a global audience more efficiently, making his ministry more effective. In a recent social media post, Osteen wrote about finding joy in the simple things in life such as family, health, and nature. While the post garnered support, it also faced backlash. Critics accused him of hypocrisy, pointing out his immense wealth and opulent lifestyle. Images of his mansion and luxury cars were widely shared, with some mocking the notion of simplicity coming from someone so financially privileged. Osteen, however, dismissed the negativity, stating that his faith and positivity keep him focused on his mission. The prosperity gospel debate. At the heart of much of the criticism directed at Joel Osteen is his association with the prosperity gospel. This theological framework suggests that God rewards faithfulness with health, wealth, and success. While this message resonates with many, offering hope and encouragement, it has also attracted significant criticism from both religious and secular observers. Detractors argue that the prosperity gospel reduces Christianity to a transactional relationship, where faith becomes a means to material ends. This, they claim, distorts the core message of the gospel, which emphasizes spiritual growth, sacrifice, and service to others. Critics within the Christian community, including prominent theologians, have described the prosperity gospel as a dangerous heresy that exploits vulnerable believers and offers false hope. Osteen's sermons often avoid complex theological discussions, instead focusing on uplifting and motivational themes. While this approach has made him immensely popular, with millions tuning into his televised services, it has also drawn accusations that his teachings lack depth and fail to address the challenges and complexities of faith. Nevertheless, Osteen's supporters maintain that his positive message provides comfort and inspiration to countless individuals. Victoria Osteen's controversial remarks. In 2014, Victoria Osteen, Joel's wife and co-pastor, faced backlash for a statement she made during a sermon. She suggested that worshiping God should be about personal happiness, saying, "When you come to church, when you worship Him, you're not doing it for God, really. You're doing it for yourself because that's what makes God happy." The remarks were widely criticized as promoting a self-centered approach to faith, with some Christian leaders calling them heretical. Critics argued that her comments reflected a misunderstanding of core Christian principles, which emphasize selflessness, obedience, and devotion to God rather than personal gratification. The incident sparked debates about the message being conveyed by the Osteens and whether it aligned with traditional Christian teachings. Supporters of Victoria Osteen defended her, suggesting that her comments were taken out of context and that she was emphasizing the joy and fulfillment that come from a relationship with God. Despite the controversy, she continues to play an active role in Lakewood Church and its ministry. Hurricane Harvey's long shadow. The Hurricane Harvey incident remains a defining moment in Joel Osteen's public life. While Lakewood Church's eventual efforts to support victims were significant, the initial delay continues to overshadow their contributions. The episode highlighted the challenges and responsibilities of leading a high-profile ministry and the intense scrutiny that comes with it. Conclusion: a polarizing figure. The February 11th shooting at Lakewood Church was a heartbreaking event that tested the faith and resilience of one of the world's largest congregations. As Joel Osteen and his community navigate the aftermath, their response will likely shape public perceptions of Lakewood and its mission. Amid the tragedy, there remains hope that the church can emerge stronger, serving as a beacon of faith and healing in a world that desperately needs both. Joel Osteen's journey from a reluctant preacher to the leader of America's largest church is a testament to his charisma and ability to connect with people. His message of hope and positivity has resonated with millions, making him one of the most influential figures in modern Christianity. However, his wealth, lifestyle, and association with the prosperity gospel have made him a polarizing figure. For supporters, Osteen represents a beacon of inspiration, demonstrating that faith and perseverance can lead to success and fulfillment. For critics, he embodies the excesses and contradictions of modern televangelism. As debates about his ministry and its impact continue, one thing is certain: Joel Osteen remains a central figure in the conversation about faith, wealth, and the role of religion in contemporary society.